So, should we begin with the alphabet again? Learning to
Yes.
pronounce letters.
Yeah, I don't think I actually learned how to pronounce letters last time. I think I only learned their names.
Ah, yeah.
Because it's A, B, C,
D.
D, E, F, G, H,
Yes.
E, G,
J.
G, K, L, M, N,
O.
O, U.
Ooh. Think like this.
B,
Ooh. Surprise. Ooh. Something like that.
Ooh. Like that?
Yep.
Then B.
No.
You do not have a Q.
Wait.
P.
P.
Yeah,
P.
You don't have the Q, except in like one word, I believe you said.
Exactly, we have it. So it's we have it, but it's you never use it. So we can skip it, but it's like Q.
Then R. I can't do the tongue roll.
R.
Talent I've never had. S. T.
T. Oh, very similar to how you would say T. T.
T.
Yeah.
Then U. V.
Now, this one is actually more U.
Ooh. That's why it says that on my computer. Ooh. Okay. Then V.
V.
You don't use the W.
No. So
then X.
We actually how you pronounce this is actually double V. That's literally how you pronounce it, double V, and we never use that.
V.
Yeah, that's like saying double V.
Mm-hmm.
So we would never use it.
Okay, that is X. I think it's still the same.
Same.
Then E.
Yeah, like these three letters, O, U, E, they have very similar style with your mouth. O, U, E.
That's why I told me to do a deep E sound. E.
Yeah.
And then Zeta.
Yes, nice. Now here comes now we're hitting the Swedish alphabetic letters, the free ones that you guys don't have.
All right, let's see if I can do Owa.
O, yes.
Owa.
And by the way, O is a word for. It's actually a word in Swedish that you can use. So only the letter O is a form of river, small river.
And context clues in the sentence tell you if you're talking about the actual letter versus a literal river, I would assume.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you remember this one?
A.
No. Yeah. Yes. The best way to try to pronounce this is like similar to sheep. Bah. Yeah. And then you have this one. This is the last one.
Erha?
And here, only this letter also translates directly to island.
Okay.
So if you want to say island, you say For example, you could write the sentence in Swedish. På ön. That would translate on the island, for example.
So that first word is boa?
Yeah.
Okay.
The på is on, so to say.
Okay. Oh, and then the letter. Oh, hold on.
N.
Let me say the Swedish name for it. The N. Yeah, the N is the modifier for the.
Yeah, exactly. So if we capitalize on that thing and we change here, so and we should also to clarify smaller scale that one. So the N in the end of the Ö is the de on the island. De island. On the island.
Boa un.
Yeah. På ön.
Okay.
Just like that.
Boa un. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so let's.
That's my cheat sheet. Here we go.
You know how to pronounce this one?
Oh, how to pronounce it. Weird question. Can I see it in a word? It might actually help. For some reason, my brain works that way.
Only the letter? Okay, so...
It's
yes,
pronounced
yes. Simple
Because it'd be hemma?
Yes, hemma. Just like that. Next one.
It's weird seeing just a letter and trying to figure out its pronunciation.
Don't worry.
I don't know why. Be, bo, ba, ba, ba.
Yeah,
because it's book,
B.
Yeah,
B. And here's a good example of Swedish and English being very similar. Bok, or bok. Do you need a word for this one too?
Please. You might have to do a word for every single one of them.
A good word for C.
All the C words just fell out of your head, didn't they?
Oh, how did you actually write this in English?
Choklad. It's chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate.
Chocolate.
So C. But
so it'd be
this is similar to that. But the thing is that the same way you can say S and K with this sound, we can also use K and S sound on this letter. So take it with a grain of salt on how you pronounce specifically this one. To say for example, we have a word in Swedish that goes like this. This is ok. Ok. Medans while you have this one, it's choklad, which is chocolate. Yeah. So
it seems when it's followed by the H, it makes a K sound. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. Yes.
So it goes.
This is one of the many sounds. As we're gonna get to those later, but the Swedish. This is one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Enjoy that when we get there. Even I can find them really strange sometimes.
Dagen.
Yes, it's day. And this is quite similar to how you say D. It's just a normal dia. Dia. Yeah.
Dia. It still makes the same sound. Okay. That would be ia.
Yeah, perfect.
And I've already used, makes like an eh sound, I believe.
Actually, if I write something like this, eBay, eBay, I think we say it exactly the same way. So the same way you say eBay, we would say eBay.
Isn't that because it's a proper noun? I don't know if you have proper nouns in Swedish or call them that. Because it's a name, isn't it? That's why you say it the same.
Yes and no. We kind of Swedenize things, if you understand that.
That makes sense. Like I'm sure the name Michael translates differently in Swedish, even though it's roughly the same name.
It's Mikael in Swedish.
Mikael.
But for example, you have this word, elektricitet, which is electricity. Elektricitet, electricity. If you just focus on the E here, elektricitet, electricity. It's a very similar pronunciation of the E. So the Swedish E is pretty much the same as your E.
Okay, yeah, just eh sound.
Yeah.
F.
Yes, correct. 100% correct. That's how you sound it.
And I think it makes Gia.
No, Gia.
No, Gia.
Or Gia.
Gia.
For example, ge mig is give me.
Me
is me here. Yeah.
Okay.
So the GE is give and mig is me here.
And then hold on, it's yeah me.
Yeah. Try one more time. Yeah, you were there, I think.
Yimig, or I'm pronouncing the Gia wrong.
You sound like an American when you say it, but that's like because you're an American.
That's fair. I certainly won't argue with that, but I'm trying to get the pronunciation, and honestly, the more I hear you speak it, the more I will be able to temper my own accent personally.
Yeah, but it's yeah, me.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. I think the I is the problem. The this one, but we will get there.
Yeah.
Then we have A, B, C, D, E.
O.
Yeah.
O.
E, this one.
E.
And then more squeaky. More. Yeah, perfect. Actually, the way
and it makes
you guys say it's for example, you're making it sound very similar to an E, the way you say it in English, but it's more like an E, very light.
E. Oh, sorry. No, throw it to the front of my mouth. E.
Yeah, kind of.
I have to almost like sing it a little bit.
For example, you have Iceland. If you would be a Swedish person saying Iceland like a Swedish, it would be Island.
Island.
Yeah, Island. For example, you say
in my head,
Island. We say it. We would say it with a Swedish style. Island. Yeah.
It makes the English double E sound. Is basically what it sounds like. Okay, so E. Got to keep it lighter, but Island.
Yeah.
Z. Wait.
Z.
Okay, so Z. I did get it.
Yeah, you got it.
Z. Sorry, the most American accent in the world, I'm sure. Koa.
Koa.
Koa. And still makes the hard K sound in English in Swedish, right? The k.
Yeah, this one is actually very similar. For example, you have a word that goes kanske, kanske.
Okay, so the eskoa is the sound.
Yeah, for example, kanske translates to maybe, by the way, but kanske, the k, kanske, it's a strong K sound.
Okay, it's gonna take me a little bit on the the sounds.
But can you give me a word in English with a K in it?
Cat. No, sorry.
Let's see.
That's a C. Kangaroo.
Kangaroo, I like that.
2 O's at the end. There's no U.
Like.
Hold on. I'm gonna cheat ever so slightly. There you go.
So like that.
Yes, kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo. Yeah, it's we would write that like shenguru. Or would we actually when I think about it? There you go. This is how you pronounce. This is how you spell it. So kangaroo, shenguru.
Shenguru.
Yeah, so kangaroo, shenguru. As you see, the K still has a very similar style to American K.
It does, except it comes out more like a sh sound there.
And that is just because that is only because this letter right there comes after it. For example, kanske, you have a kanske.
Kanske.
Shenguru, you have the
Shenguru.
You have the ä there that is making it sound like, but you still have that very strong k sound in it.
Okay.
This one.
Ooh, we skipped a letter.
Oh, we did? Which one? Oh, L.
L. Mm-hmm.
My bad.
Does it still make the L sound?
L. L.
L.
For example, how would you pronounce if I write in Swedish this?
Lol.
Yes, perfect Swedish. Lol. 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 That's how you pronounce it.
It sounds like an exaggerated thing I did back in high school. Junior high, actually.
Yeah. How about this one?
YOLO.
Yes, perfect.
Nope, that's
YOLO. Yes.
YOLO.
Yeah. YOLO.
Oh.
But the L is YOLO, as you can hear. It's very clean.
Lo.
And this is actually how a Swedish person would say an L to say.
Okay.
However, we have this word as also to describe O. I don't know if I can translate this actually when I think about it. This is pretty much how you would, what I just wrote in one word, small amount.
Let me see if I can guess the pronunciation.
Shoot.
Because in English that would just be light, but that is not what it is in Swedish.
Actually quite close to, kind of close.
Lite?
Yes! Nice! Perfect. Lite.
Lite.
Yeah, lite.
Means small amount, right?
Yeah. If someone asks you, how much coffee do you want? You say, lite. And then you get a small amount of coffee.
Oh, okay.
Is there a word for that in English? Not that much.
Tiny.
Tiny is not really the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, it's not quite
tiny,
the same.
Yeah. If, for example, if someone would ask you, how big is David? You can say, David is a tiny guy. But in Swedish, you can't say, David is a liten person. You can't use this to describe someone's size, so to say, if that makes sense. But you can use this word.
Yeah, because you're describing an amount. So.
Yeah, you're using it to describe an amount. Like coffee is a great example. That's like when you use it here in Sweden. When someone asks you about how much coffee you want.
I don't think there's a direct translation. You would have to use 2 words, like just a little bit.
Yeah, a little
small
bit.
amount.
Yeah, I think actually when I think about it, a little bit might be the best word to describe lite here. All right, moving on. We have this one, this letter.
M.
M, perfect. That's how you say it. How would you say this? It's just a name,
Mons.
by the way. Yeah, that's my name. Mons.
Yes, Mons.
Then we have this one.
It still makes the sound, correct?
Yeah, so the perfect one is this example. So you say no, we say nej. No,
Nej.
nej. Yeah.
Nay.
N is kind of similar to yours still. No.
Nay.
Nay.
Nay? Nay.
Yeah, nay.
Nay. Forget the J makes a Y sound, like a Y sound.
Yeah.
I think we skipped that pronunciation. Doesn't matter. Moving on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, perfect.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Pia.
Yeah, P.
Pia. Arr.
Yeah, R.
As bad as that tongue roll is, but so that would be that one's still pronounced the same, right? The R sound.
For example, here you have word riktigt. This is a tongue roller for some people. Riktigt.
Riktigt.
Yeah, it translates to the word in English truly.
Riktigt.
Someone might say, is it really good? You might say, it's truly good. And the Swedish will say, ja, det är riktigt väldigt bra. You actually say something different here, but I'm not going to use a curse word.
It's really good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Riktigt. For example, you have rich is a word you have, and we have rik. But as you see, it's rich.
I'm going to spend a whole day rolling my tongue and picking up that trick.
It's not that hard.
I know it's not hard, but when it's not part of your native language, well, let me phrase that slightly. When it's not part of a language that you speak normally, it's hard to throw it in there. So I can kind of roll in the back of my mouth, but it seems like a more forward tongue roll.
Yeah, it's like Swedish is spoken here in the lips here, while American speaks more in the middle section here. In the middle of the mouth. Like for example, when an American speaks, you have big mouth movements. You over there, like you have this powerhouse, while the Swedish is more here in the "How are you doing?" style.
The tip of the tongue, if you will.
Yeah. So we can get really agile here and agile in the tongue too. But while you have more of a deep, that is also a reason why, for example, when you're saying this one, you have a more deeper sound to it compared to when I say e,
because I try and throw it back here natively.
Exactly.
And it's all here.
Yeah, it's all.
Oddly enough, I can already feel it in my face that I'm trying to use different muscles.
Yeah, it really is, because it's more teethy too, if you understand what I mean. It's like yeah. However, back to this one.
Tia.
Yeah, Tia. Yes. For example, you have this is a Swedish word.
That would be ubåt.
Yep, nice.
Ubåt. Via.
Nice, via. And this one we don't have, or well,
yeah, double via, I believe you said.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a single Swedish word using this ever. It's very strange because we do have it in our alphabet. Yeah,
that's really strange.
Yeah, I know.
Any idea why that's in your alphabet if it's not used? Is it just you recognize it in other alphabets?
No, I don't think so, because like Norwegian alphabet have words we don't have. I think the big reason is that when Sweden, like the Swedish language is Vikings basically traveled here and there. So English, Swedish is very similar because Viking were like mixing the language with the Brits, and somewhere of like Vikings weren't good at writing books and stuff. So I guess that the English people wrote books, and then Swedish took like, okay, here's the alphabet. This is our alphabet now that we take from them. I guess that's how it happened. Or wait, it might be Christians actually when I think more about it. The Roman Christianity that came to Sweden the end of Viking era.
Because of Latin.
Yeah, Latin. You might. Don't know.
Checks out.
I'm not a really good historian. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm not a historian either, but that checks out.
Yeah.
Knowing nothing about it, I believe that is an explanation.
Yeah.
E.
For example, you have this one. U. E. U. E.
E. And it makes a E.
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 For example, you have this is the most powerful E word we have in Swedish.
E-ord?
Oh wait, I forgot. There you go. Now it's correct. Now it's a real word.
That word breaks my brain. Having a Y and an X next to each other is...
This is what it means in English.
Axe.
Axe, yeah. Yxa.
Yxa.
But here you can actually see how it happens. I mean, for example, you have yxa, which is axe. So your axe it sounds like one letter, like one only something. But yxa is yxa. 3 letters. You can hear them separately.
Yxa.
Yeah. For example, you, which is du in Swedish.
Du.
Yeah, you're saying the y and the u in one section together, so to say. While,
Du.
for example, yxa. Yeah, so the y is a more stronger y compared to your version of this, I think.
Yxa.
Yeah. However, you don't need to be that worried because this letter we don't use much.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of... We'll show you the entire alphabet soon, but the entire alphabet is rarely used.
It's an interesting thing to me that you have this entire alphabet, but you say, we don't use this letter, so you don't need to learn it. We barely use this one, you barely need to learn it.
Yep.
Like, it's very strange to me.
And this is the worst one, because we have one word with this.
Yeah, that's the worst one in English also. There's very few words that use that letter, but we use the rest of the alphabet just fine.
Yeah.
Granted, it's mostly in slang.
Yeah.
But...
then we have this one.
X.
Nice. Correct. X.
And then that one is zeta.
Yeah. We don't use this letter a lot. Like the one we probably use is this.
Pizza.
Yeah. That's the only... No, zebra. There you go. Zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah, perfect. That was correct. Zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah.
So it actually kind of says its name as you use it, right? Zebra.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like most Swedish words, if you know how to pronounce the letters, you can pronounce the word. Except maybe this one was a bit hard for you.
Yxa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because in English a Y and an X next to each other, never going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single word in that order, I should say. There's probably an XY combo, but...
Yep. Now we're here again. To the Swedish letters.
Ooh.
Yeah, å. And that was a word too, right?
Yes, it's river.
Correct.
Å.
So å is a river.
And the sound it makes
For example, if you write a sentence, what a nice river, could be a sentence that you would say in English. And this is how it would be written in Swedish. Vilken fin å. What a nice river.
Fin å. Okay.
And also, all letters, all words here are translated correctly to each other. So you except the a there, you have the a that is standing out alone. What a nice river. And for example, if I would highlight specific, so you have and let's de-highlight that one and increase those and de-highlight that one. There you go.
Vilken fin å?
Yeah, perfect. Vilken fin å.
Vilken fin å.
Yeah. Wow, nice. Very nice. Sound great.
Thank you. And the å, when it's used in a word normally, like because I assume it's part of other words rather than just the word å.
No, yeah, it's part of other words. For example, you have this, which is my name.
So it makes an ah sound.
No, Måns.
Måns.
Yeah.
Måns. So it makes an å sound. Okay.
Yeah.
Måns.
Okay. But you also have this word, också. This is a very, 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 very common Swedish word that we use a lot.
Också.
So,
what does it translate to?
I don't know how to translate this directly, but also would be a good way to translate it. But it can be used a little bit easier compared to also.
What? Okay, so let me try and construct a sentence with it, but I need a translated word. What is the word for that?
Det. So
det. So you
for
could say också det.
Yeah.
Would be also that.
Also that. Oh,
yeah.
Spell that really wrong. Also that, but you wouldn't say that. You would, for example. This is how I translate word by word. So you say also that, which is också det. But no Swedish would ever say it like this because it doesn't sound Swedish.
Okay.
Because it disrupts the harmony, so to say, in the speaking, which is super important.
Okay.
Here's how you would say it. Oh, little bit.
Oh, that is...
This is a longer word.
Men det också viktigt.
Yeah. Yes.
So
yes.
You're saying that is also good? That's also important.
This is the same. But it is also important. Men det är också viktigt.
Men det är också viktigt.
Yeah. So
viktigt. That word is hard for me. It's all here though, so like I keep wanting to put it back here as I jump between syllables, and I need to keep it here. Yeah. And it's just hard.
I mean, I have a neighbor that is an American who has he speaks perfect Swedish, but with a very American accent. For example, I've heard him say to his grandchildren, jag ska hem och laga mat. Jag ska bara hem och laga mat. He really speaks Swedish here, so to say.
That's what sound like is that came from here. So.
Yeah, but it's like if you have an American Swedish accent, that will never be a problem, so to say. It will just sound with a very strong accent. And some Swedish people might actually find it funny. Like we comedians often use Swedish language to make jokes with the Swedish language. You will get that when we get there. When we get to Magnus Bettner and his Swedish, you're gonna understand what I mean.
Fair enough.
Next letter.
That is a.
Yes.
A.
And once again, the best way to get this word letter into your mind is the sheep's ba.
Ba.
Yeah, ba.
And does it make the same sound in a word? R. So.
R.
Oh yeah, because
This is the word.
R. So.
Here, for example, R is R. However, R is also this. Oh, wait, R is, yeah.
So you would use what are or when is. You'd use
Correct.
R.
Yes.
For both of them.
For example, jag är hungrig. This is...
Jag är hungrig. I'm hungry.
Yes, I am hungry. Jag är hungrig. So är can hop up in different places.
Okay, I am. So that it isn't are or is in that case, it's am. It's a...
Yes.
What's the word? Infinitive? It's the state of being?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Jag är hungrig.
But it's, for example... You could say something like this. Is it food soon? Maybe you would say something different by just jumping.
Är det mat snart?
Yeah, correct. Good. Är det mat snart? Är det mat snart? Typical child saying to the parents. Är det mat snart? While you have, is it food soon? Can we eat soon? But here the är is also is it, kind of, together with det.
Is it? Yeah, it's... Okay, it's similar to to jump to a different language. It's similar to estar and its forms in Spanish, it seems.
Yep.
I don't know if you know anything about Spanish, but...
Nothing, though. And then we have the last one, the beautiful...
Erha? Words. Letters. Sounds.
And what was in this one letter was also a word?
You said it was the word for, give me a second, island.
Yes, island, correct.
I need to change my cheat sheet. I'm going to change my cheat sheet ever so slightly.
And here is an example how you could say something in Swedish, making a sentence that I am on an island. So you might say I'm on an island, and I will say jag är på en ö. And this is literally word by word.
En ö.
I'm
on an island.
Jag am, är på, on, an, en, island, ö.
Okay.
Jag är på en ö.
Jag är på en ö.
Yeah, nice. And that's the entire alphabet. But if we go over... Oh. Yeah, that's the entire alphabet.
You missed one of them. E.
No, it's there.
What the? No. Between X and Z.
Oh, yeah, that one. Sorry, there we go. There's the entire alphabet. And perfectly we have the 3 Swedish letters in the down below.
Perfect.
Yeah, so among these, there are a few that we don't use that much. If we start removing some of them, we get to something like this. This is a very core Swedish letters that we use a lot.
Okay. So these are the ones I need to know the most.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I'm memorizing my new letters right now. Okay. I've got
So
got it in my head.
if I would go just one go me in Swedish, all of these, you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, V, Å, Ä,